Good morning. Welcome to Grandma's Table. It was quite the weekend around here. Oh man, I was overwhelmed with people's love and care. Um, my birthday was Friday, and I wasn't wanting to be the center of attention, but I was wanting to just hang out with my friends. And so I messaged some of them and said, "Hey, my place is open if anybody wants to bring a book or handcraft or whatever and just have a quiet evening of nothingness at my place." I did not mention that it was for my birthday, nothing. I was just trying to think of how do I want to spend my day. And so they came and they made it about me, and it was altogether lovely, unexpected, not the goal of the evening, but it was so fun just to listen to everybody just chatting and reconnecting. I think we all kind of had a bit of cabin fever and just wanted to get out, such as the way it is in the end of January, early February, and then celebrated again on Saturday and again on Sunday. Oh, it was overwhelming. And there was just so much going on in my mind. And then I decided to watch the Grammys with Hannah. She really wanted to watch them last night. And she, it was just important to her. And I thought, just mind numbing, clean up the house, and then just sit and watch the Grammys. And so I was watching, and something that really stood out for me was Jelly Roll. Um, he has been a very troubled artist, troubled individual, and he has come to faith in Christ. And he stood up and he talked about, in his acceptance speech, he talked about his album called Beautifully Broken, and how Jesus saved him from what he was going through, and gave him his wife, and she was such a tremendous help. Um, and he mentioned that Jesus does not belong to a specific political party. And he said that one little sentence in amongst this statement of faith and renewal and restoration, and in his story of redemption. But the word that stuck in my head was broken, because his album is beautifully broken. And I remember my mom saying once about the phrase broken crayons still color. And she's like, no, broken crayons just are now two crayons. You're just multiplied. You're not broken. You you can still, you may have had something try to break you, you may have been hurt, you may have been damaged, but you're not broken. Broken means does not work. And I just thought, oh, this man is showing, he's calling it beautifully broken, and I understand where that's coming from, but he's showing that he's not broken. He did the work. The only thing broken out there is someone not willing to put in the work to be better, to put in the work to get well, to put in the work to be healthy, to put that first step of faith out there. Like, that's what's broken. That's the only time I can possibly think of a person being broken, is when they have turned off the willingness to get well. They want to remain a victim forever, because there's something about being a victim that feeds this thing in them. And I thought, yeah, we're not broken. And then something happened this morning. I'm sorry I'm going long, but I walked out and I thought it was the haze of sleep, but it was the gentle coloring of frost on everything, like crystals on the trees. And I was like, fractals, fractals. There's fractals of frost all over the window. And when the light bounces off, it's beautiful and it glows. And here we are, 5:30 in the morning, and the world is glowing. And it's fractals. And that is the word, as opposed to broken. It's just geometric shapes that are all intertwined and looking like each other but unique at the same time. And I thought, that's art. That is the art of the creator. And we are not broken, but we may have been made into fractals. We may have been torn here and torn there and sewn back together in a beautiful shape that is not broken. It is redeemed. It is restored. And you can glow. So, beautifully broken, maybe beautifully put back together, but glowing. So that's my challenge for us today, is look for the joy, look for the pieces of ourselves that we need to do the work on so that we can be well and healthy and glowing and impact the world around you for good. Feet on the ground, head in the clouds. Love you. Bye.